Hi everyone, Corey here from the Knitting All the Blankets podcast. Welcome to what episode is this? Must consult my notes. 31. And this is my July 2018 episode. I've got a lot to tell you. A lot happened in June. Well, some stuff happened in June, and then a lot of stuff didn't happen in June. You can find me on Ravelry as craftsbycori, all one word. And there is a podcast group on Ravelry for this podcast that will be linked down below. If you just search Knitting All the Blankets, the name of the podcast, you should find it. Come over and say hi. That's where I put all the show notes. I do have a currently working on thread, a Ask Me thread, and a general introductions thread. I pop over there as often as I can, and we've got a few new people, so hi, welcome, great to have you. So what happened in June? A lot. I keep saying that. So, as you guys know, I live in Central Florida, and I've got to go to a yarn event. That there aren't a lot of yarn events in Florida, or even really in the Central Florida area. So I was really happy when in April I got notified about Yarn Lounge, hosted by 4 different Central Florida indie dyers, and it was at the Deadly Sins Brewery in Orlando. And several of the dyers that I know were there, and then I met a new dyer. And of course, I have stuff to show you. So before I get into the goodies that I bought at Yarn Lounge, I'm going to show off my finished objects for June. And I'm going to talk about... No, we'll do finished objects, goodies that I bought, and then we'll get into upcoming knits. Okay, so as everybody knows, I do a monthly color of cotton for craft show inventory. And last month was Bernat Lemon Drop. It's a solid yellow. And I got 11 dishcloths and a scrubby out of it. Let me hold up a dishcloth. Ends not woven in, as always. You guys know me. This is the grandma's favorite washcloth pattern with the yarn overs because I just like them. I love it. There are some people that don't, and to each their own. And the scrubby pattern is the same general pattern, except I go, instead of doing the increase to, I think it's 45, I don't increase to 45. I increase to a smaller number. The scrubbies are an increase to 25. And they're really good. I have a friend whose hands are quite small, and a full-size dishcloth is just too much for her, but she loves the little scrubbies. They're just perfect for her. They're also great as coasters, or if you've got the looped handles on lids, they're great for being able to pick up a pot lid, so they're really good for that. I wouldn't recommend using them to get stuff in and out of the oven unless you're, well, not this size anyways, but this size, I guess if you folded it over a couple of times you could, but I don't know why you would. I have silicone hot mitts for my oven. But another color down, this brings me up to 54 dishcloths total. And as my regular viewers know, I am trying to knit 100 dishcloths by October, when craft show season for me officially starts. I am just over halfway there. I've got July, August, and September to go, so ideally I will get, depending on the cone or big skein, a Bernat skein of yarn I get anywhere from 10 to 12 dishcloths. So At minimum, I'm going to have 30 more, which will put me at 84, which means I'll be coming up short. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. I don't know if maybe I'll shelve some other projects that I have going on and just work on craft show inventory, because Lord knows, that wouldn't be unheard of, and I just might. And it's summer in Florida. We regularly have 90 to 100 degree days here. And as much as I love my mini skein 10 stitch blanket, you guys know this, I bought more stuff for it. I bought more minis. That blanket is getting a little big. I mean, it's not huge. It's this big at the moment. I'm not showing it off this episode because I didn't work on it. But it's a little hot to work on right now. So I may put off working on that again or some more in favor of getting more craft show inventory done. So, but I'm looking forward to it. We're signed up for 2 shows already, and the 3rd show we were hoping to do, unfortunately, it's on the same day as our 2nd show. So, and the 2nd show we had the paperwork in for before I ever found out the date. So it is what it is. So that kind of sucks. But more craft show inventory. I'll get these ends woven in at some point. I was so sick in June. I was sick for like 2.5 weeks. Seemed like the entire month. And I think only last week was when I got the ends woven in from the Lollipop dishcloths from May. I'm not joking. I have a table in my living room that's behind the camera where I usually just pile crap on, and that pile of dishcloths sat there until I think I sewed them in Wednesday night, last Wednesday, June 27th. So yeah. All right, so now that that's done, those are my only finished objects, but surprise, surprise, you guys, you knew this. Yarn Lounge. I bought stuff. I've got my lovely big basket that I got from Goodwill. Goodwill? Yeah, Goodwill. So Yarn Lounge, I got the notification for in April. My birthday is in May. So I knew already, it's like, okay, I'm going to take X amount of any birthday, X percentage of any birthday money I get, and I'm going to go spend it at Yarn Lounge. And the 4 dyers that were there were Twin Mommy Creations, and you guys have heard this name before, and she's my really good friend. Casual Fashion Queen, Olive and Two Ewe Studios, and a new to me dyer, String Theory Colorworks. And for full disclosure, you guys know I love Anne's minis, Twin Mommy Creations minis. So that's where I spent the bulk of my money. But I did also get some minis from Sheena of Casual Fashion Queen and Melissa and Carolyn of Olive and Two Ewe Studios. And I think in the past I've totally screwed up Melissa's name. I think I combined Melissa and Carolyn and said Marilyn at some point. So Melissa and Carolyn, if you watch this, I apologize for screwing your names up. I really am. So I bought all that stuff and didn't have any money left over for stuff from Caitlin. But I talked to her, got to know her, and I will definitely be placing an order from her. So, minis. There's crinkling, because I bought minis. Alright, so, make sure I have them in order. Order does not matter. Okay, so, first mini, I bought a lot of minis. Like, as soon as I got in there, I essentially, as soon as I saw where Anne pulled the minis, I did not elbow people out of the way. It may have seemed like it, but I was very polite of, excuse me, can I get down there? And finally got my Lavender Fields at Sunset minis. And the colorways are Antiques, Golden Sunset, Speckled, Petunia, Wild Violet, Plumbago. And I can remember that because I will bug Anne, and I do bug Anne for colorway names. And she only started giving them colorway names because of me. I'm the biggest pain in the butt for her when it comes to this, but I write them down on a piece of paper and stick it in so that I remember what the mini is. So that's that one. Then I got Picasso Moth. This was, I think, her second or third colorway set, or mini skein set. So this one is Tuscan Sun, Into the Night, Picasso Moth, Granite, I want to say Cardinal, but a sticker's in the way. Cardinal, again, on the back. And then this one's one of her new ones, Flowers on the Water. This one is beautiful. Dandelion, Bougainvillea, Flowers on the Water. It's a mixed, multicolored one. African Violet, and Tidal. This Tidal, you guys, oh, that is so pretty. I love that color. Sundown Glow is another one of her minis, or new mini skein sets. Sunflowers, Sundown Glow, hang on. No, I got this backwards, sorry. Sunflowers, Sundown Glow, Fiery Down, Glimmer on the Surface, Stone Glass, Off the Horizon. Sorry, I can't read my own notes. And then this one, I've been trying to get my hands on this one for months. And this is one of her larger ones. Let's see, that one has, her mini skein sets average 5 to 7 minis, depending on what she's doing. So this one, Leprechaun Enchantment, I remember talking to her about this one when she was thinking about it, because another dyer, I don't remember who, but they have one called Leprechaun Knickers, and it was just hilarious to me. I knew she wanted to make a St. Patrick's Day one, so I advised her to check around to make sure she wasn't inadvertently copying somebody's title, because I know she would never do that intentionally, but I watch more podcasts than she does. So, all right. Blazing Clover, Feeling Lucky Speckle, Shamrock, Bed of Clover, Mossy Limerick, Hidden Gold Speckle, Luck of the Irish. So, I'm excited. And one last one. The theme for the Yarn Lounge, because it was being held at the Deadly Sins Brewery, was Deadly Sins, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously. So each dyer decided to do their own interpretation of that title. Now, Anne did not only a mini skein set, but also a full hank of the Invasion of Deadly Sins colorway, which there is a mini of in the mini skein set. Hang on. Sorry. Remember I told you I was sick all June? It was like acute bronchitis or something, so if I do an extended amount of talking without drinking, I'm going to have a coughing fit, which is not fun. So Anne did full hanks of that. I don't remember what Sheena, Caitlin of String Theory Colorworks, or what Melissa and Carolyn did. But this is Anne's Invasion of Deadly Sins colorway. I have bugged her about colorway names, and you'd think that with as organized of a person as I claim to be, and the fact I always have a notepad on me, that I would have sat there that day and said, okay, tell me what all these colorway names are. No, I didn't. So over the last couple weeks, it's been, hey, Anne, can you remind me what this was? She hasn't had a chance to get back to me on these colorway names. She's got some stuff going on in her life. So when I get names for these minis, this one right here in the middle, you see this multicolored one, or let me flip it around. That one is the multicolored one is the Invasion of the Deadly Sins colorway. That would be the full hank that she sells. I think that one is listed on her Etsy shop. But when I get names for these, I'll go over them with you. So, yes, the bulk of my money was spent with Anne at Twin Mommy Creations. I'm not trying to hide anything, guys. She's a really good friend. Her studio is literally 5 minutes from my house. I treat her like my own personal yarn shop, and she knows this, and she's going to laugh when she hears it. So I just try to support my friend and some of the other dyers. Now, I was very happy. The next minis I bought were from Sheena of Casual Fashion Queen. And these are these were adorable hanging up. I saw them, they were adorable. This one is Haiku. Let's see, and if you follow her Facebook page, she's discontinuing this colorway, so I was really happy that I got a mini of it. And then this one is Stained Glass. Yeah, I'm showing you guys prices, but I don't care. This one is very pretty. All of the shops, whether they're full websites or Etsy shops, will be linked down below. And then from Olive and Two Ewe, I got a mini as well, mini. And this one is, I'm not entirely sure if this one is called Celebration or Alcott. I really don't. But it is so pretty. I love when purples, greens, and blues are mixed together like that. So, I don't know if they have full hanks of this. Again, I'll link them down below. So those were my goodies. With Anne, because I purchased minis from her, she had done little custom made pins. Hang on. Hope that's focusing. And it's a little sheep with a beer, and it says Yarn Lounge 2018 at Deadly Sins. So it's really cute. And then Anne's done her own video on her button maker. God, she got a button maker, and she's making all the buttons, which is really good if you need a custom button order, which I needed the other day. She showed this one, and she's like, some people may think this one's a little rude, and it is, but I love it. Go knit yourself. I love it. If I actually wore a lanyard to work, I would have this on there. So, those are my goodies from Yarn Lounge, and I can't wait for... Let's see if I can pick everything up. It's all my stuff. So, I'm going to pause real quick so you don't hear the mountain of crinkling. And I'm going to throw this in the basket. Okay, because I know crinkling can be really annoying to some people, and I apologize for it. Alright, move in the big basket so that I can reach the other stuff that's over here. Now, we're coming up on craft show season. And I just realized I left something in the craft room. So, gotta pause again. Sorry. Okay. I forgot to grab the cone of yarn. That's going to be my July colorway. I brought all the other yarn. Alright, so for my July colorway, I'm going to do Ahoy. This is Sugar and Cream. Ahoy Ombra. Yes, I bought it in 2016 and haven't knit it yet. But that lemon drop I knit last month, it didn't have a tag on it, but I had safety pinned a post-it note to it, apparently, saying, not with the date, but usually, because this is craft show inventory, I try to keep track of my costs. I don't know if you just heard my stomach, and if you did, I'm so sorry. You know, I try to write down the costs, you know, from what I remember. It helps me calculate my break-even point for the year. And some people go, Corey, you bought this years ago, it shouldn't matter. It's like, it kind of does to me. The post-it note said, gift card, so $0, which means, okay, I used a gift card, so it's not actually costing me anything. I didn't write a date on it. I guess because I figured I'd get it knit up sooner. But I do remember that when my husband and I, well then fiance, when we moved in together to our apartment in 2013, that I either took it with me to the apartment or I bought it while we were in the apartment. So that yellow, this yellow dated back to 2013, 2014 when we lived in our apartment. Yeah. I'm slowly getting through it. But this was also back when Joann's would regularly get these huge boxes of Bernat yarn, and they just don't anymore. I think they have the Christmas colors regularly, but they just don't get it anymore. And with the calculations I've done, you actually get more yarn on these cones than you do in these skeins. So, plus they come pre-coned. Less work. So yeah. And it doesn't seem like it. I mean, when you read the yardage, approximately 608 yards. And this one is approximately 706 yards. So there are 100 more yards on this cone than there are right here. That's insane to me. But anyways. So, this is what I'm going to knit in July, and it's really cool. It's an ombre. It reminds me of the Miami Dolphins. It really does. So it's nice and bright and cheery for summer, so I'm going to enjoy that. But I want to get through all of my big Bernat skeins before I dive into my collection of cones, because I do have several cones of yarn as well as all of those balls of yarn for my regular viewers who remember. So, what do I have coming up? So to cone up, you guys know I like coning up cotton, because I still had some purple left over, and I've got 3 more, shut up stomach, 3 more things of purple. I'm going to be coning up 2 of them. So I've got 2 things of purple. And I'm just going to do magic knot to put it back with this one. Cone up as much of that as I can. And I'm not going to knit all the purple straight through. I'll do a month of purple, and when I'm tired of the purple, I'll move on to something else. I'll change up. And then my next one, this one is Bernat. This is another cotton where the tag was damaged. and it is spicy. Is that focusing? And I've had this one since December 2016. This is one of the ones I bought from Anne. That's how I know, because I bought them all in December and I paid $6 even for them. That's how I know I bought them off Anne. She was destashing. She always knows to call me when she's getting rid of cotton. And then some Christmas colors. This is the Bernat Mistletoe Ombre. Why did I even have to look at that? I should know that. And because I got craft show season coming up, there are so many people that like the red, white, and green ombre for Christmas gifts. And I have some in stock. I don't remember. I think I have at least 10 in stock. I didn't do any craft shows last year because I was traveling. But this year I'm here for craft shows, and I will have 2 full years worth of inventory. So keep your fingers crossed for me, people. So I'm going to get those coned up sometime this month, in between working on this. All right. I'm looking at my notes. I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed listening to me babble on about all the minis that I bought for a blanket that I'm not going to work on this month. I have a problem with minis. I want them all. They're my Pokemon. I must have them all. My basket of minis that I showed on a previous podcast. I'm going to have to eat lunch after this. This is ridiculous. Fluff. That basket is full. I can't fit anything else in it. So, yeah. But if I go back to my regularly scheduled programming, since last year everything got thrown off because of Eric's blanket, which he's loving, by the way. He really is. Once craft shows are done, so October, mid-November, I give myself a break from knitting dishcloths, and I knit on what I want to knit. So in between the cowl that I'm designing, which I didn't really work on that either. So the mini skein 10 stitch may be waiting until November to get work on, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So yeah. So thanks for listening. Come say hi in the Ravelry group. Any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next month.